Hey, my name is Samar. I also go by Sam or First Time Panner. Any of those you want to call me, you can. This will be my update, my June makeup recap update. Not June, July. Already off to a bit of a bad start. You probably already know what this is. I'll leave the playlist linked in my description box. But basically this is a series where I come back every month and tell you about all of the ins and outs of my makeup collection, like stuff I purchased or that was gifted to me, stuff that I finished, and makeup products that I'm decluttering. I usually have a nail polish or a fragrance that I've either finished or I'm decluttering. I don't have one this month, so I'll just start with my regular makeup declutters, and of course my Ruffed Grouse mug. And I have 3 declutters this month. Kind of disappointing, honestly, but I'll start with the first one that I just have decided to get rid of because I just don't like it. It didn't go bad or anything, but this is the ABH single in the shade Enchanted. Oh, and I'm literally wearing a shirt that says Enchanted on it. That's cute. Well, I'm getting rid of this, but this is just a purple metallic with a blackened base, and it's really pretty when I put it on top of black because then the purple does show. But if I don't use a black and I just put it on my eye, the purple doesn't even show up as much as this. I'm holding it right in front of a bright light, so it is showing up a bit, but it usually just shows up as this dark color that you see on the edges. Pretty much only the black base shows up, so I am getting rid of this. I just decided that because I'm not using it, because I have other purples I prefer over this, and I kind of want to make room in my Z palettes because I've been buying more single shadows. There's no point in keeping this just in case. If I don't see myself using it, I may as well get rid of it to create space for more things that I will definitely use more often. So this one is going. Next are products that have expired on me, and I'm actually very annoyed by this. These are both e.l.f. lip products. So the first one is the Seriously Satin Lipstick in the shade Cider, and I'll swatch both of these as well. This is what Cider looks like. It's a really pretty warm brown, just like regular satin cream lipstick. And then also the Love Triangle lip filler liner in the shade, I can never find the shades on e.l.f. products. This is, literally just called Mauve. This is what it looks like built up. I've actually never used either of these lip products, and they've already gone bad. I've had them for less than a year. I bought both of these sometime around toward the end of 2023. I had already owned Cider and I had to declutter it because it went bad, but I thought, okay, maybe because it was from a super old batch. I bought it when it was on clearance and I didn't use it right away, so I was like, maybe it was just a super old batch, and then in the time I had it, it went bad. So I purchased it again, for full price. It wasn't an old batch and it's already gone bad. I recently went through all of my lip products because I've been finishing a lot, which is a hint for the later part of this video. But I was going through everything, just pulling things out, see what I wanted to replace some lip products with, and just swatching some things to compare them. And while I was swatching everything, I noticed how bad this smelled. Even just opening up the tube, I could already smell the bullet, and it just smelled like old Frank lipstick. And this has been in my collection for less than a year. It should not be doing that. I don't know exactly how long the listed shelf life is, but it's definitely got to be at least a year for this type of product. So that's just ridiculous that it went bad. And the same thing happened to this one. It smells really terrible. I've never used this one either. I bought this full price, not on sale, so there was no reason for, or no excuse that it was old. Yeah, I'm definitely done buying e.l.f. lip products. I've had probably 10 different lip products from e.l.f. All but one have expired on me before I was able to finish them, or a lot of them even before I was able to use them even once. So yeah, I just don't trust e.l.f. the e.l.f. lip formula or just their cream formula in general, because I did have one of their putty blushes expire on me after just a year of having it. So yeah, I know I'm talking about this a lot, but I'm just like very annoyed because this is probably like at least $10 of product completely wasted. On top of that, it's just like plastic and product that's gonna end up in a landfill unnecessarily. So very annoyed about that. I'll be done buying cream products other than skincare from e.l.f. for the foreseeable future, maybe other than their one specific lip gloss that I've purchased from them that did not go bad on me. Maybe I'll purchase one of those in the future, but for the most part, yeah, this is like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get over this. In more fun news, let's talk about my empties from my Done mug as always. And up until now, I'll talk about that after, but up until now I've had a 2 out 1 in rule for my makeup collection. So no matter how I get makeup, whether it's like gifted to me, randomly sent to me, which actually did happen from a company, and whether I'm buying it, anything other than the samples, I need to finish 2 makeup products other than samples to be able to like bring that into my collection. So 2 out 1 in is what I'm saying. Last time I was at -8, which means I needed to finish 8 makeup products to make space for the 4 that I brought in, which was like over budget. I did say that I thought I would be able to do that because I had a few products that were almost done, and there were some products that I thought I could finish very easily if I worked on them. And let's see if I was actually able to finish 8 makeup items. The first one is, well, these aren't in order, but the first one I picked up is my e.l.f. liquid putty, wait, I apparently still can't talk, just like last video. This is the e.l.f. mini liquid poreless putty primer. This is the product that I was referring to. This was just sent to me by e.l.f. In the mail. I didn't ask for it. I didn't sign up for this. So I was saying how I was a little bit annoyed that I got a product that was going to cost me 2 points, and it was just a mini too, not even like a full-size product, but I was able to finish it. It's completely gone, no more product left. I'll even like squeeze it, there's nothing in there. This was very easy to finish. It only took me about 2 weeks, which is like how long most of their like minis take me to finish. Yeah, I like this product, but it's not my favorite primer. I much prefer the well, there we go, I prefer the original poreless putty primer. This is still nice, but if I had to choose between the two, I would always choose the original. I feel like it just it's better for oily skin than the liquid one. Next, I have 2 of my Nude Sticks Nudies Matte cheek sticks, or whatever these are called. Basically, this is the blush in the shade Nude Buff, and I will swatch this as well. This is what it looks like. As you can see, it's pretty much flat. There is like a tiny bit over the packaging, but the last like 3 times I used this, it was just scraping my cheeks because, you know, my cheeks have like give in them. They're pretty plush. I have a chubby face, so I was not able to like get any product on without scraping it back off. So yeah, this is done. And then so is the bronzer in the shade Manila, which I will also swatch for you. This is what it looks like, and I was kind of using this as a contour, so this worked as both my bronzer and contour, which is how I was able to finish it fairly quickly. I think it only took me about 3 months to finish. This is what it looks like. It's done. Next, I have a ton of lip products, and I'm so excited about it. First is something that I did not expect to finish this month at all. It was not on my radar, and that's the NYX, I don't even actually know what this is called, Line Loud maybe. I'll like put the name on the screen if I can find it. This is in the shade, I don't even know actually, it's LLLP06, whichever that one is. but it's a lip liner and it's like a very warm tone brown. I can't even swatch it for you because the little nub that was left in here fell out when I was trying to sharpen it. I was not expecting to finish this because this was at the beginning of the month. This was a full pencil, and then as I said, I was going through my lip products to see what I could like add to my everyday like makeup acrylic organizer thing, basically like my everyday makeup drawer. And as I was trying to take the cap off of this, I guess like these are very fragile, and somehow, I'm not strong at all, somehow like I snapped the pencil in half. And obviously I wasn't going to use the first half because there's no bottom and I didn't want it to go bad on me. With the remaining half that I had left, I was just kind of using this as a lipstick because it's not dark enough to be a lip liner, and I can't even use it as like just a liner to prevent my like lipstick from traveling outside my lines, because it's a very creamy pencil that does not dry down. So I would have to sharpen this every single time I used it because I would fill in like my entire lip, both lips, and every time I sharpened it, I guess like the pencil is just so crumbly because it's so creamy that I would have to sharpen it multiple times because it would just break, and you would have to sharpen it like the perfect amount for it to not break. So I ended up going through this very quickly. Even though it's kind of cheating, I'm still counting it because I didn't like try to break it or anything. Next is a product that you've already seen in my, I think it was my old new gifted blue project that I had this in. This is the Bite Beauty lip crayon in the shade Glacé, and I've already talked about how much I'm gonna miss this, so I won't go through that, but this is what it looks like. You all know the shade. This was like the Sephora birthday gift, so pretty much everyone has this crayon or had it at one point. This was a repurchase for me, so I had it as the birthday gift and then I bought it again because I loved it so much. Yeah, I will definitely miss this, but I'm already looking for other things that I already own in my collection to replace this, and though I don't have anything quite like this because this was my favorite lipstick formula, I'll definitely have comparable products. Now for the most exciting part of the video. I told you I had a lot of lip empties. I have 3 lip gloss empties for this update. So the first one you've already seen is the e.l.f. lip lacquer in the shade Mauve Glitz. This is the product that I was talking about that did not go bad at me, that I potentially will repurchase because I thought this was a really pretty lip gloss and I like the formula. So if I ever decided to buy another e.l.f. lip product, it definitely would be this. But this was really easy to get through. It only took me 3 months and I did really like this color. It was so sheer that I could just throw this on top of anything, and I was able to finish this, and I was also able to finish almost all the other lip glosses that I have in projects. So the first one is the Sigma lip gloss. This is the shade Dazzling. This is not made anymore, which was a bit of a shame because I think this shade is so pretty. Oh, there's even a tiny bit left. I'm gonna put it on my lips. Do you see how it just added like a tiny little bit? Like, I loved this for filming. It didn't look the best in person. It didn't look bad, but I definitely prefer the way it looks on camera because it adds this just like sparkle to the lips that you can only really pick up when I'm filming. But yeah, I hated the brush, or I hated the applicator because it was a brush. That's really annoying. The first few weeks of me dealing with this was like constantly cutting off like hairs that wanted to venture off of the applicator. If I could repurchase this, I might. It's not my favorite lip gloss, but for filming I really like it, but I can't get it anymore, so at least it's done. My last empty was the Fenty Mini Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow, which is the original shade. Actually, I should swatch all of these. Here's the Mauve Glitz lip gloss. This is the Sigma gloss, and this is the Fenty Glow lip gloss. And I was able to finish this one in about 3 months. It was just a very small tube. I got this as like a Sephora point perk. This actually is a spoiler because it's in my That's So 2000s project pan, and I have not updated that one yet for August. So surprise, I finished it. I mean, I was kind of hinting that I was going to finish this anyway. I didn't take the stopper out. The stopper is still in there, but I figured like I don't want to hassle with that. Again, I've gotten like 95% of the product out anyway, and I can purchase this again, so I don't feel like I need to. But I really enjoyed using this. It's summer, so of course like a warm like peachy colored lip gloss is gonna go great with almost every look that I do. I'm wearing cool tone makeup today, but almost every makeup that I've done in the past few months, I was able to use either this or the other orange gloss that I'm panning. So I got a ton of views on this, and I love this shade and I love the formula, so I'm glad I have this, and I will definitely be repurchasing this in the future. If you were paying attention, that was 8 products that I finished, so I was able to break even, and I'm just so happy about that. I do have some purchases here, I can't lie. I did buy a few things, but before I get into what I bought, I do want to say I am changing the rules that I set for myself a little bit. So my fan just turned off. I started this slow buy for 2 reasons. The first one was because, you know, I just have way too much makeup, and I wanted to try to control my purchasing and kind of not use. I've been going through a lot of stuff in the past year, and I realized I was using that like buying and using makeup as a crutch, and I was like acquiring makeup way faster than I could ever use it up. So one was because I have way too much, but also tied into the emotional aspect, part of that is because I also had a drastic change in my income last year, so I didn't have as much money to be spending on all of these beauty products. So in my entire beauty collection, I've definitely reined in my spending. I still am not at the same place financially that I was when I started buying makeup in like 2021, but recently I did have a bit of a change, so I'm still not going to be going crazy with spending. That is definitely not in the budget. I also don't want to be doing that. I think like it's a bad habit to constantly be spending, but I'm going to allow myself to buy intentionally and with thought. But if it's something that I really want, then I will allow myself to get it. And also through just the first half of the year, doing everything like 2 out 1 in, and also with all of my declutters that haven't even been counting for points, my collection is definitely nowhere near small, don't get me wrong, but I have lowered my numbers by a lot since the beginning of 2024. So for those 2 reasons, I do feel comfortable with giving myself a 1 out 1 in rule for the rest of the year. So everything from July until the end of December will be 1 out 1 in, but still declutters do not count. Samples also don't count either way. Only full size or like deluxe samples will count for purchases and empties. Also, as always, PR will still count as something, will still count against my beauty bank, but I've only ever gotten that 1 e.l.f. product in PR, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm not on any PR lists. And as always, I'm going to try to not spend before I have the credits, but you know, some things just happen. Like I haven't been out of the negative since February. So here's what I bought. This first purchase is really what put me in the negative. It's a little bit embarrassing, but I will say I even posted this on my Instagram story. Terra Moons was having a sale for products that were being discontinued, so there's single shadows that were no longer going to be made, and it was 30% off for everything. And then once the sale ended, you could not get them anymore. So I did say that I would let myself purchase something if it was something I had been wanting and it was going to be discontinued. But while I was purchasing, somehow, and I'm not like, I'm being totally honest, I completely forgot that I was on a beauty bank. So I kind of just got all of the ones that I wanted. I didn't think about how much I really should be buying. I just, if I wanted it and it was on the to be discontinued page, I bought it. So I did end up buying 7 singles for myself from Terra Moons, and I don't, like, I've already organized them in my Z palette, so I'm not going to show you them each individually, but I'll just show you what my Terra Moon Z palette looks like. This is a sneak peek for a future video that I'm planning on doing, because I do want to do a swatch party for all of my singles. But this Z palette is where I keep my Terra Moon singles, and I by far have the most singles from Terra Moons. So this is what it looks like. They're so pretty. So I did buy 7 singles from that sale for myself. I also bought a few for my mom, but that has nothing to do with me, so I'm not going to talk about those. I did buy an eyebrow pencil, but this was just a necessity because I completely ran out of all colored brow products. Like, everything that I had was just clear brow gels, and I need stuff for my brows. I feel like I don't really have to justify this one too much. I needed one, so I bought it. This next product I probably shouldn't have bought, but it's the CoverGirl, the Outlast Moisturizing Top Coat. The one that I talked about in my previous update. I just finished it in June. And I was always going to repurchase this. Thanks to Jamie, by the way, for telling me that I could get it on Amazon. But I wasn't planning on repurchasing it so quickly because of my beauty bank, but I was making an Amazon purchase that I needed to make, like, right away, and I don't have Prime, so I needed to get to, you know, a basket minimum for shipping. So I just threw this in the cart to get myself to free shipping, because this cost less than the shipping. This was like $4, and I think shipping was like $7. So monetarily it made sense, but for my beauty bank, not the best idea. Next are 2 products, and they're both Fenty glosses. So this one is the Fenty gloss in the shade Hot Chocolate Fantasy, and I think this is so pretty. Of course I bought this on sale. I didn't just buy it full price, but I did want to get my hands on it. I've been wanting this since I saw this featured in Sophie Alexandra's video. Her I can't remember what it's called, but her lip product project. Yeah, I saw this and I immediately wanted it, and you can only get this, well, other than the Fenty website, you can only get this at Ulta, and Ulta was having a sale, so I got $10 off of this gloss, and I don't regret it. I love it. I think it's so beautiful, and I'm really glad to have it. I also got this lip oil. This actually just came like 2 days ago. I got this while Sephora was having their like 4 times points on Fenty products, and I have been wanting this shade specifically. This is the Frosted Buns lip oil shade. I had been wanting this since I saw someone who did swatches on Instagram, and you can only get this on Sephora, so I figured it was the perfect time to get it. But that's really just an excuse, if we're being honest. I just wanted this, but I really do like the formula. Like, I've tried this a few times, both on its own and on top of makeup, and I think it's really beautiful. So again, I don't regret the purchase, but that puts me at -11. So I would need to finish 11 makeup products to work off the 11 products I bought in July. I feel like I'm just always digging my hole deeper and deeper, but you know what? It's okay. C'est la vie. I know by the end of the year, my hard rule for myself is by the end of the year, I cannot be in the negative. So if that takes not buying anything during December, even during the holiday sales, if I'm in the negative in December, I will not buy anything. So I am actually planning on doing a no buy month in September. I technically can't do one for August because I've already purchased a few things in August. Today's August 1st, and I've already purchased a few necessary things. But since I can't do a no buy month in August, I am planning on doing one in September. So hopefully not buying any products and finishing a bunch that I hope I will. Hopefully that will get me back to 0 by the end of September. So that's my plan. I don't know what else to say, but thank you for watching. Wish me luck, but I'll see you in my next video. I hope you have a great day today.